Welcome, children. So, the word Laura Laurent from Don Gonzalo's mouth makes her to startle, shocks her with surprise. Again, the word Maricela also surprises him a lot. So, together with, they are not being able to identify each other, but still they are trying to recollect the good old memories of their past. How strange, Don Gonzalo says. It's strange, she was called Silver Maiden. Precisely the Silver Maiden, by that name she was known in that locality. I seem to see her as if she were before me now. And that window with the red roses, do you remember that window? Yes, I remember. It was the window of her room. She already said that his words reminded her about her friend. So now how could she accept it that she herself was Laura Laurent? She didn't. She spent many hours there, in my day. And in mine too, she says. Don Gonzalo, he recalls those days and explains those days with the full of emotion. She was ideal. She was an ideal lady, fair as lily, so beautiful, so fair as lily. Jet black hair and black eyes, so fair as lily with the jet black hair and black eyes, with an uncommonly sweet expression. So, as he loved Lord Laurenta was so beautiful, he could remember her even in that old age. So he explains her with that sweet memories and recalls however he felt towards this Lord Laurent. Fair as lily, she was so fair as lily, jet black hair and black eyes with an uncommonly sweet expression. She seemed to cast radiance wherever she was. A radiant shield was around her wherever she was. That was her speciality, the speciality of her beauty, the speciality of her attraction. Her figure was beautiful, so beautiful physique she had. Perfect. Perfect? I need not explain, I think. Yeah. What forms of sovereign beauty made God models in human clay? She was a dream. So, that heavenly beauty she was, God made her in clay in such a beauty, a perfect physique, so beautiful, fair as lily with jet black hair and black eyes, extraordinarily beautiful. She was a dream. Don Laurent. Aside means she don't want Don Gonzalo to know her feeling. If you but knew that dream was now by your side, you would realize what dreams come to. She was very unfortunate and had a love affair. Openly she says, she was very unfortunate and had a sad love affair. Hidingly she says, if you but knew that dream was now by your side, that extraordinarily beautiful Silver Maiden is there at your side, you would realize what dreams come to. So you can't dream at all. The change which impacted in her body, in her physique, the time, you can't imagine it at all. Such is the change. So that Silver Maiden is at your side. So if you realize that, what dreams come to, you can understand. But she didn't tell it openly. She told this aside, that is herself. Aloud. She was very unfortunate and had a sad love affair. Yes, very sad, she says. They look at each other. Did you hear of it? Laura asks. Very sad love affair, he says. He was still his dreamland. Suddenly they look each other. Donna Laura. Did you hear of it? Hear about that sad love story? Yes, Don Gonzalo says. Donna Laura. The ways of providence are strange. Gonzalo. Aside Gonzalo. She identifies that he himself is Gonzalo. The ways of providence are strange. The ways how this providence means the unseen energy which influences the life of people. We believe that it's God or luck. Okay, whatever. The ways of providence are strange, Gonzalo. The gallant lover in the same affair. The gallant means brave. The gallant lover in the same affair. Oh, the duel means fight between two. Yeah. Don Gonzalo. Precisely, the duel. Really, the duel. The gallant lover was my cousin, of whom I was very fond. Don Gonzalo, he was also not ready to disclose his identity. He implied this identity on his saying that it's his cousin. He says that the gallant lover was my cousin, of whom I was very fond, about whom I was very fond. Oh, yes, a cousin? My friend told me in one of her letters the story of that affair. She continues the story as it's the experience of her friend. He continues the story as if it's the experience of his cousin. The story of that affair, which is truly romantic. They still recall that story of their young age, but never wanted to disclose their identity to each other. Let's see why later. He, your cousin, passed by on horseback every morning down the rose path under her window and tossed up to her balcony a bouquet of flowers which she caught. Every day, every morning on horseback, your friend, your cousin was passed by on horseback every morning down the rose path under her window and tossed up to her balcony a bouquet of flowers. He used to toss up a bouquet of flowers to reach that Laura Laurent which he caught. Don Gonzalo. Because she herself was there to catch that flowers. Yeah. Don Gonzalo. And later in the afternoon, the gallant horseman, who, my cousin, would return by the same path and catch the bouquet of flowers she would toss him. So while coming back, she used to drop that bouquet for him. So am I right? He says. Yes, they wanted to marry her to a merchant whom she would not have. They means here her parents. But her parents, they didn't encourage this love affair. They wanted her to marry a merchant whom she would not have. She never liked it. Don Gonzalo. And one night, when my cousin waited under her window to hear her sing, this other person presented himself unexpectedly. That merchant's son, whom her parents decided to marry her, he unexpectedly appeared there near under the window when my cousin was there listening her song, listening her sing. Sing means singing a song. Unexpectedly that merchant's son appeared. Donna Laura, she herself was the silver maiden. She continued and insulted him. Insulted your cousin. Why? As he never wanted to disclose himself, why to say that he himself is Don Gonzalo? No, she also accepted his story and said, and insulted your cousin. Don Gonzalo continued, there was a quarrel and later a duel. Duel means quarrel between two. Quarrel between two. Yes, at sunrise on the beach, and the merchant was badly wounded. And at sunrise, it was very close to the sea. At the beach, the merchant's son fell badly wounded. My cousin had to conceal himself for a few days and later to fly. He was a rich merchant's son in that locality, highly influenced, and he can crush this man, crush this Don Gonzalo between his thumb and forefinger. So he had to conceal for himself for a few days and later to fly. Donna Laura, you seem to know the story well, according to her nature, he says. And so do you, he says. Donna Laura, I have explained that my friend repeated it to me. She reminds him that she already said that her friend wrote everything in letters. So she says, I have explained that a friend repeated it to me. Don Gonzalo, as my cousin did to me. Aside, she says, this is Laura. Donna, aside, why tell him? He does not suspect. He never suspect that I am Laura. Why to tell him? Don Gonzalo, she is entirely innocent. She is entirely innocent. She don't know that I myself is Gonzalo. Here, the funny point is, both of them, they know each other. They identified each other, but never wanted to disclose that they identified each other. Don Gonzalo identified Donna Laura, identified that that lady is Donna Laura herself, but thought that she didn't identify him and never wanted to disclose his identity. Even she, the same, she identified this person as Don Gonzalo and thought that he didn't identify her and never wanted to disclose herself to him. So how funny it is, right? Yes. She is entirely innocent. And was it you, by any chance, who advised your cousin to forget Laura? Laura again asks. You said that your cousin's story. Did you say your cousin to forget Laura? He says. Why? My cousin never forget her, Don Gonzalo says. How do you account then for his conduct? How do you account for his conduct? How do you give an assurance for his conduct saying that he never forget her? I will tell you, Don Gonzalo says. He weaves a story over there. The young man took refuge in my house. Refuge means hiding himself without somebody's protect or somebody's care of. The young man took refuge in my house, fearful of the consequences of a duel with a person highly regarded in that locality. As I told, that merchant was highly regarded, highly influential, rich, and well-known. And as his son was badly wounded there, and most of the people in that locality knows the love story of these two, normally they will suspect Don Gonzalo himself. And by his influence, his power and his wealth, he may kill this Don Gonzalo. So he had to escape from there. He had no choice at all. Fearful of the consequences of a duel with a person highly regarded in that locality. From my home, he went to Seville and then came to Madrid. He wrote Laura many letters, some of them in verse, but undoubtedly they were interrupted by her parents, for she never answered at all. He never forget her. He wrote many letters to her, conveying his love, explaining the circumstances which made him to fly from there. But in the form of verses also, but it didn't reach her at all. Might be interrupted by her parents. For she never answered at all. Gonzalo then in despair, he disappointed, in despair, sad. Believing his love lost him forever. He thought as she didn't answer for any of his letters, he thought that his love left him forever. Joined the army, went to Africa, and there in a trench means in a war, small war, met a glorious death, gasping the flag of Spain and whispering the name of his beloved Laura. So he wove the story saying that he expired In despair, he went from there, he vacated the place, and from there he went to Madrid. Then from there to joined the army and went to Africa, and there in a war met a glorious death, gasping the flag of Spain. See his patriotism, and whispering the name of his beloved Laura. At the last moment of his breath also, he was whispering the name of his beloved Laura. Donna Laura said, what atrocious lie. Atrocious, awful, bad. She understood that because Don Gonzalo was in front of her only, how could he die in a war in Africa, holding the Spain flag and whispering the name of his beloved Laura? Impossible. So, what an atrocious lie. Don Gonzalo said, I could not have killed myself more gloriously. So, I have no option. I had to kill myself, or else she may think that Don Gonzalo didn't love her at all. Donna Laura, you must have been prostrated by the calamity. So prostrated means obeyed the happenings. You could have obeyed the happenings. Whatever happened, you had no choice. You had to accept the fate. The calamity. Calamity means disaster here. Disaster. Yes, indeed, Senora. As if he were my brother, I presume. Presume is assume. Though, on the contrary, that Laura in a short time was chasing butterflies in garden, indifferent to regret. But he would have been my brother, as if he were my brother. Impossibility. That's why where. I presume means I assume, though, on the contrary, that Laura in a short time was chasing butterflies in the garden, forgetting everything. She didn't remember Don Gonzalo at all. In few months, she was chasing butterflies in the garden, indifferent to regret. Laura, no, Senor, no, sir, no. It's a woman's way. Women can forget it so soon, the love. Donna Laura, even if it were woman's way, the Silver Maiden was not of that disposition. Disposition, temperament. Okay, I accept women's nature it may be, but she was not of that temperament. My friend awaited news for days, months, a year, and no letter came. She didn't receive any letters. She was waiting for his news. She was waiting for his letters. Not only one day, days, weeks, months, years. One afternoon, just at sunset, as the first stars were appearing, she was seen to leave the house and with quickening steps went her way towards the beach where her beloved had risked his life. So years and years she waited for his letters, and then one fine evening, when the first stars appeared in the sky, with quickened steps she went to the beach where her beloved Don Gonzalo risked his life for her. That means the duel, where the duel took place. She wrote his name on the sand and then sat down upon a rock. Writing his name on the sand, she sat on a rock. Her sight fixed on the horizon. Horizon means the end place where it appears that the sky and the earth meet each other. Her gaze means look. Her gaze fixed upon the horizon, the waves murmured their eternal threnody and slowly crept up to the rock where the maiden sat. The waves, they also murmured their eternal threnody and slowly crept up to the rock where the maiden sat. The tide rose with a boom and swept her out to sea. And even the waves, they could not bear her disaster or her pain. The tide, it rose up to a certain height and just pulled her into the sea. She was no more. Good heavens! Donna Aurora continues. The fishermen of that shore who often tell the story affirm that it was a long time before the waves washed away that name written on the sand. The fishermen of that area, they assure that whatever she wrote, Don Gonzalo's name on the shore, it didn't vanish at all for many days. So it took long time before the waves washed away that name written on the sand. Which name? Don Gonzalo's name she written on the sand. So it was long time before the waves washed away that name written on the sand. So she says aside, you will not get ahead of me in decorating my own funeral. So she also decorated her own funeral. You can't beat me like that. So both were lying each other. Right? Yeah. Go down, Gonzalo. She lies worse than I do. I only told a lie. She lies worse than I do. Donna Laura. Poor Laura. Poor Gonzalo, Donna Laura said. I will not tell him that I married 2 years later. 2 years later, she married another person and settled in life. She says that she never say him that she married within 2 years. Within 2 years, she married somebody else. She says that she never tell him. So, what does it mean? It means their love was not true love. Whatever they wove this story was their dream, was their imagination, and the real story is entirely different. If that was real love, they would have been, this woven story would have been a true one. But no, both are alive. So it's just an infatuation of age. Infatuation of age. So in 3 months, I ran off to Paris with a ballet dancer. His story is worse than hers. She married a person and settled in life after 2 years. But Don Gonzalo, he ran away to Paris behind a ballet dancer. Another love. So what does it mean? We can't say that they never wanted to lie each other. Instead, they never wanted to disclose each other. If they never, and also together, they wanted to recall the good old memories of their youth. As they wanted to recall the good old memories of their youth, they cheated each other. They told lie. They lied each other. Donna Laura, she married a settled person after 2 years and settled in life. And slowly these memories faded away. But when the word Maricela, Valencia, Madrid and all, she heard, all these memories haunted her and came out. And even the same for Gonzalo also. I'll continue in the next class.